We start the program with national anthem. Please standing up. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंग तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाए तव जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. Please sit down. I will request our director, Mr. Anand Joshi sir, to start the program and presentation. Manik Engineers presentation. Joshi sir, please.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you very much for joining us today in today's Manik Engineers presentation, Pragatipath. And special thanks to all of you, in spite of all heavy rain, the traffic jams, you are all here. Really appreciate that. We're sorry that we started a little late because of the traffic. It took time for the people to reach. But I try to tell you about Manik Engineers, what we can do for you, and what are our specialties and what we have achieved in the last few years. So, thank you once again. This program we call Pragatipath. Pragatipath means what are the achievements we have done, what new things we have added to our portfolios, what are the certifications, quality standards we have achieved, and what are the new things we have done. You have seen our product display also here. If you did not get the chance, please have a look at it. Our team can explain you what is the new thing is there. So as this starts this presentation, Manik Engineers is one of the oldest company in India. It's 1978, started by late Shekhar Kulkarni sir, and we have been manufacturing controls, now the walls and everything. And our main objective is to improve the plant performance, sustainability and quality of the refrigeration plants. In today's presentation, we are going to talk about Manik Engineers as a company and how we can help you to improve your plant sustainability and energy saving. What I mean in sustainability is the longevity of the plant and how your plant can last longer as compared to the olden days. This company, as I told you, started in 1978. We are manufacturing various controls, walls, automation solutions, energy saving solutions for ammonia refrigeration. Ours is a completely made in India company. Long before Mr. Modi started talking about made in India, we have been doing that make in India since 1978. At present, the turnover is around 5.5 million US dollar, and we have more than 130 employees. We are OEM supplier to most of the contractors in India and abroad now. And what we do is provide the conceptualization to the exact solution for your requirements so that you do not miss your budgets, but at the same time you have the better quality of your systems and better plant performance. Our factory is located in Pune, which is the refrigeration capital of India, and at present we have a 20,000 square feet area plus additionally 3,000 square feet area for the research and development technologies. We follow EN and ISO standards, which are the European standards, and these all products have 100% inspection systems. We have following the international standards and the procedures for the manufacturing and quality control, and our aim is to give you better quality, better services, and it is always there for improvements are always there, and we always keep on doing that to improve product working and product technology. We have now also moved to the software systems to develop for particularly for development. Like we have an inbuilt setup for design testing capabilities of this wall stand. As you know, the walls are made from the castings or forgings. So these designs are now fully pre-tested in our in our software department by R&D before actually going for the manufacturing. Various tests like the yield test, strength test, deformation analysis, everything we do in-house through a software, and then accordingly the wall design changes. We also conduct a major thing is that wall leakage from the wall body, or the damage to the wall body, or the its impacts when there is a liquid hammer. So to avoid that, we have this specialized software which find out the, you can see here, it find out the probability where wall can leak, and then you have to modify on your design. Also to have a better quality, better flow, because the function of wall is to have a better flow, have a lesser pressure drop and lesser turbulence in the plant. So we have a CFD analysis software in which we do the analysis of the flow through the wall. What we have done, once we got these softwares, which we did it around 4 or 5 years back, we not only designed new walls with this, but we also modified our existing walls with the new technology, and based on this analysis we modified our walls, and we have not changed the flange connections or the sizes. So the new wall will fit into same old flange with better performance, lesser turbulence of the flow. Secondly, we have a testing facility of up to 200 bar pressure. So we can do the burst testing of the casting, we can do regular testing of the casting, and I'll tell you more about why we need 200 bar test pressure. We test sample castings at 200 bar so that it does not blast. Our sales team is there, you can meet them also here. They will help you to select correct products, correct technology, design your system requirements, particularly for control and automation, which will be optimized for your plant requirement, and they will make sure that it is commercially a viable solution. The biggest achievement in the last few years is the CEPED certification, which is a European certification. It classified into different categories, and mostly many international manufacturers have the Module D certification, which is for the quality control of the product. Whereas ours is a Module H certification. Module H means the quality control and design of the product. So these both aspects of the products are certified as per European standards, the C is what we call as a C. And it is also, along with that, we also have a PED. PED is a Pressure Equipment Directive certification, because you know all our ammonia is a closed loop system, and everywhere there is a pressure inside. Either it's vacuum or it is high pressure or different pressures. So all these walls are certified for PED by the European standards. For company operations and regular quality control, we have the ISO. Our electronic products also have an equivalent CE certification, which is called FQC. Then our biggest another achievement is that our all products are now certified for EAC certification, which is required for the Russia. Thanks to Russian-Ukraine war, we got a good opportunity with Russian market, and we have explored that very well. We are exporting a lot to Russia, and all our products are EAC certified. Another achievement is that all our products have design registration. Design registrations with the patent office in India, design registration with patent office in EU. So all these products which we manufacture or which were displayed here have got design registrations with patent office of India and patent office of EU. Main objective for getting this certification is our design is not only approved in India but in Europe also. To add our capacity to manufacture serve you better, we are adding new factory. It will be another 18,000 square feet area. This factory is almost ready now. As you know, we always have problems in executing projects. Similarly, we face some problems in the panel work and everything, but the factory is ready and the internal work is all going on. So by around 15th of August, our factory will be operational. So it will be adding another 18,000 square feet area. So what we'll talk about, 38,000 square feet area for manufacturing and 5,000 square feet area for the design and development center. As I told you, we are last 7-8 years we have been exporting a lot. Our products are regularly exported, particularly into Southeast Asia, Australia, Africa and Middle East. Russia is a big customer for us, and some of our products are approved by the NATO navies. So we are supplying to Indian Navy as well as the NATO Navy countries like United States, Canada or UK Navy. And as our hunger to grow our company, make it international, as we call Manik Engineers is made in India for world. We have been participating in various exhibitions, whether in China, in Germany, in UAE, to mark our presence there, and we are getting very good response from them. So that's about a little bit about Manik Engineers as a company. Now, when I say we want to improve your plant sustainability, what we mean by sustainability is reduction in the leakages of ammonia, possibility reducing the liquid hammers or the leakages into the plant, and improving safeties into that. So what happens is here, long back we have been using flange type walls. The flange type walls is typically used to leak from the flanges. So for that we have changed into the weldable type walls, and now we have developed these wall stations where you can have stop wall, filter, solenoid wall, manual override and expansion wall in one. So only 2 welding joints and you can get all functions together. You don't need 6 or 8 welding joints. Also we can give you the control functions like the inlet pressure regulation, outlet pressure regulation, or the differential pressure regulation, that you can use it in the hot gas field line, you can use it into condensate return line or the back pressure valve, and making various combinations like you have a stop wall, filter, a regulating wall or a control wall or the solenoid wall, and outlet we can have stop wall, or we can have the stop check wall or the regulating wall based on your requirements. So this reduces number of joints, lesser size, and gives you more less space required, and so it gives you better performance. So various options are there. Then we have our stainless steel walls. Stainless steel walls are designed for 55 bar working pressure. Each and every wall is tested at 80 bar. In this we have size from 10 mm to 300 mm in stop walls, 10 mm to 100 mm into regulating walls or the expansion walls. We have the up to 40 NB, we have these additionally long neck walls also. So when you want to insulate, you can ask for a long neck wall. So wall neck or the hand wheel can be very easily outside and easily accessible. Then we have this filters, stop check walls, and these 4 filters we have very specially developed these magnets and these sleeves, what we call as the paper filters inside to be installed inside the filter. So you can use it in the pump section or the compressor section line, and later on once your plant is clean you can remove the internal paper filter. And this magnet it can be installed inside your filter permanently. So any metallic dirt, particularly the welding burr or the rust, will get attracted to that magnet, and you don't have to worry about getting it into the system. You can, once you open the wall, you can simply clean the magnet. To add further sustainability, we have added lot of products in stainless steel. Stainless steel, mostly it is SS304, and when I say SS304, everything is in SS304. So whether it's wall handle or the spindle, cone, everything is stainless steel. The controls are also available in stainless steel, the automatic purging system, ammonia dehydrator, they are all available at in stainless steel. The stainless steel stop walls, we have, this is not yet upgraded. As told you, we are been manufacturing and adding new products a lot. So now we have, earlier we used to have up to 200 mm. Now we also have up to 250 mm stainless steel walls, right from 10 mm to 250 mm stainless steel walls. The expansion walls of the regulating walls up to 100 mm. The similar like steel walls, we have a long neck walls up to 40 NB, option of small neck, the sanded neck or the long neck. Above 40 NB, our all walls are long neck walls by default. So when you are using in suction line or liquid line after pump feed, you can use these long neck walls so that insulation can be very easily done and steel wall and will is accessible. Then we have stop check walls, filters again up to 200 mm, stop check walls up to 125 mm. So when we compare MS and like a steel and a stainless steel, you can easily see that steel walls are designed for 55 bar working pressure, whereas the stainless steel walls are designed for 80 bar working pressure. So steel bar, each and every wall of steel is tested at 80 bar, whereas stainless steel is tested at 120 bar. So advantage is that you can use them in CO2 systems also if you are having CO2 cascade systems. And material is SS304 or equivalent what we call as the CFM8. Internal parts are all SS304 and back seating is available for all the walls. Connections are in butt weld or the up to 40 NB by default socket weld. We have a DIN and NC options. So what is specialty of Manik walls as compared to others? There are so many wall manufacturers. The first and most important is that Manik walls are designed and tested for high pressure application. So when we are saying our operating pressure is 15 bar, our walls are, steel walls are designed for 55 bar, whereas the stainless steel walls are designed for 80 bar. So you be assured that in any case, whether there is a liquid hammer or in any liquid trap conditions, wall bodies are never going to break. Secondly, to have a better casting life, as I told you, we are using softwares for simulation, the quality of the walls, finding out the weak points of the casting. We have added these additional ribs. These ribs helps you to improve your casting strength and to have a 100% assurance that wall will work at the rated pressure. Secondly, the as compared to other people, they have this, you can see very corner-wise areas where there is always a liquid turbulence happens, whereas we have this smooth areas, so the liquid turbulence in the wall is very less and there is a lesser pressure drop in the wall. So this all has been done by using the simulation softwares for the wall analysis and then actually implemented and testing. Now many people have these parts separate, particularly when it comes to the head assembly of the wall. We have a one combined head assembly. So possibility of leakage here is totally avoided. Similarly, the walls have got robust seats to make it leak-proof. Our walls are provided, cones are provided with balls, ball bearings. So when you try to over tighten the walls, only the spindle will rotate and wall seat will not damage. Additionally, instead of just using O-rings, we are having additional Teflon ring, so which gives you lesser leakage possibilities through your glands. And with the back settings of the wall, you can very easily replace the gland. As I was talking about the filter bags, which you can put inside the filter to get more microfiltration, particularly with the pump inlet and the compressor suction lines. you can remove these filter bags later on or replace it. This is the magnet I was talking about. So it fits inside your filter and attracts all the magnetic rust and dust. So that this magnet, particularly metallic dust, does not damage your filters. As I told you, our hand wheels are with the specialized castings, so not like made from the metals, and they does not corrode and damage into atmosphere. You can see here walls lasting long, hand wheels lasting long, and you don't have to worry about the hand wheels quality. For stainless steel walls, there is a stainless steel hand wheel, and for steel wall, there is a steel hand wheel. We have different types of service valves to connect your pressure gauges, service other pressure transmitters, or your to drain the valves, having drain points and different connections. And for the where you need insulation, the longer necks are available. We have accessories for that, like a welding nipple or the dead plug or the threaded connection for the pressure gauge. These are some of the photographs showing how these service valves can be used. So the service valves gives you tight shut off and very easy probabilities, either using it for the provided as a drain valves or they connecting to the instrumentation. As I told you, we have been manufacturing and now shifted to stainless steel. So we have various our existing products converted to stainless steel. Our oldest product, level controller, now it is available in stainless steel also. It's a complete stainless steel for the amplifier and the float chamber, or our float switch is also available in stainless steel. And you can easily see here, additionally the lamps are provided. So if you install it on a higher vessel, you can see this whether your switch is operating or not. We have solenoid walls right from 3 mm to 40 mm in stainless steel application, complete stainless steel. So the worry of the corrosion, damage, painting, everything is being taken off. We have inline level gauges, or the what we call as a level eyes, where you can put it in the liquid line application, you can put it on the vessels or oil separators to see the oil level. The options are available, whether it's in reflex type or the frost-free applications for the low temperature applications. This is typically installed on a vessel or on an oil supply line. You can see very easily oil level here. And also in the liquid line you can install them. You can see when the wall is open and closed how the level changes and how it shows you how the wall is working, or whether your liquid flow is laminar one or it is a turbulent one. So this is very important when you want to monitor your performance of your plant. This is a very special technology developed by one of my customer. You can see light here. So can anybody tell me how the light has come? This is a normal one without light and the same one with the light. So what he has done is just put the mobile behind the level gauge, because level gauge has the glasses from both sides. So you can very easily use your mobile light to see the liquid better. Other than that, now we have CEPED certified, EAC certified level gauges. No longer you need to use the tubes or the glass tubes which always frequently used to damage. We have options available from 150 mm to 2200 mm in the options in steel and stainless steel. These level gauges have inbuilt non-return walls at the inlet and outlet. So in case of the failure of the glass, the non-return wall function will come in function, and it will block any liquid entering into the level gauge. These are some of the applications for the high pressure receiver, low pressure receiver, or smaller receivers. You can very easily see how the liquid, you can see into a low pressure vessel application. You can see how it clearly shows the level, and it helps you to, even if there is a power failure or the electronics is not working, this one will show you the liquid level continuously. These are all specially designed with the 55 bar working pressure and 80 bar test pressure. So you don't have to worry about failure of this. And this one, which is now shown in video, is a bit older one. The new one comes with the stainless steel boards. Safety valves is one of the additional things. We are the only Indian safety valve manufacturer having CE, PED and EAC certification. Our safety valves operate in very low difference. It means you are buying a 300 psi safety valve. It will open at 300, it will start opening at 300 psi, and 310, 315 psi it will be fully open. By 280 psi it will be fully closed. So what is the advantage of this is that your pressure difference is very low, so your release or leakage of ammonia from safety valve is very low as compared to the other valves which require higher pressure to actually open, or sometimes they do not open, and then closing pressure is very low, or sometimes they don't close. The second advantage is that we provide the calibration certificate along with each and every safety valve. We have dual manifolds where you can connect two safety valves in your system. One safety valve will remain connected in system and one you can bypass. So in case one safety valve pops up, you can change the position of this spindle and get the second safety valve in the circuit. You can remove the popped up safety valve, calibrate it, and again put it back into the system. We have safety valve indicators which you can put outside your safety valve. So in case of any safety valve pops up, the flag will go up and then you will know which safety valve is operated. You can see small video here which is showing how the safety valve flag goes up, and also how you can change the position of the safety valve. You can see here the red flag has gone off when safety valve is popped up. Now he is changing the position of the dual manifold. So the first safety valve which has popped up will be bypassed, and second safety valve will come in circuit, and you can remove your first safety valve without ammonia leakage. And here you can see second safety valve is in circuit. This you have to reset manually, and now second safety valve will pop up when you apply the pressure. So if you have a pressure release system where you have a common header going outside, where all your safety valves are connected, this will be very useful. If any safety valve pops up, even if it is in night, you will know which one is popped up, and you can then attend that safety valve, service it, or change it to the other one. Along with that, we have this ammonia sensor which we can install into this common header. I will explain it more ammonia about sensor. Here you can see here ammonia sensor which you can put it into header. So in case any safety valve pops up, this signal, it will give 4 to 20 milliampere signal. You can get alarm, or we have a unit, you can get SMS in case of any safety valve pops up, and with safety valve indicator you can know which safety valve has popped up. So only one ammonia sensor is required to monitor all safety valves in your plant. Other than that, we definitely make more to make your plant more safe. The biggest problem is oil drain. Oil drain, when people open the valves fully and suddenly instead of oil, ammonia starts coming. Unfortunately, the operator get unconscious or he runs away. So for that, we have this what we call as the dead man valves. So when he releases when the handle is pressed, only then the valve is open. As soon as he releases the handle, the valve closes automatically. So the moment ammonia comes in, he releases his hand and valve will close. So there is no possibility of leakage. That's how you are talking about improving sustainability of your plants. You make less ammonia leakage possibility, or reduce the possibility of accidents, and generate alarms faster in case of ammonia leak. So there is no trouble to the human life, and your plant remains working for longer time. There are no restrictions from the government or any safety officers. Then many times people ask me, what should be the percentage of ammonia inside, or what is the percentage in the room is allowed. So this, as per the standards, this is what it is allowed. In ammonia, you are allowed to have a 0.005% ammonia. So when you're talking about a machine room of 20 meter by 12 meter with 6 meter height, which is talking about 40 meter cube height, you can have around 7.2% ammonia inside the room. These are how the ammonia sensors are installed. You can see ammonia when it leaks is mostly the gas form and it is lighter than air, so it goes up. So you put these sensors above your pressure vessels, compressors, or your wall stations, so that ammonia leak can be very easily detected. And this is the PLC panel. It can give you alarm, show the ppm leakage, and also you can get a modem where you can get the alarms on your mobile phone. When you want to talk about what I was saying about these dead man walls, they can install be at the LP vessel, standpipe, or your oil separator, different connections, so that you can drain oil very easily. This is all helps you to improve the sustainability of your plant, reduce the possibility of the leakages, and have a longer life of the plant and the people working there. Then this is a mine trap alarm, a switch provided with the inbuilt indication, which can be installed in positive temperature or the negative temperature rooms. So in case of any person getting trapped inside the cold room and he cannot open the door, if the power fails, this light will keep on glowing. So you can come and press the switch, you will get audio visual alarm in the center, and then you don't have to worry, he can immediately attended removed from the cold room. This has got inbuilt battery backup for 6 hours, so even if your power fails, this unit works independently. Electrical connections is very simple, just connect 2 wires from the switch box to the controller. This we talk about sustainability, means improving plant life, reducing the possibility of accidents, and having lesser shutdowns of the plant, improving the life of the people operating the plant. That's what sustainability is. When you talk about then there is another issue is how I can make my plant more efficient, how I can reduce my freezing cost, how can I reduce my cost of my ice production or any product I am processing. So Manik Engineers has got a lot of solutions to improve your plant performance and to reduce your energy bills and work and get more efficiency from the existing plant. So what is the optimizations in the plant? So you have to reduce the maintenance and installation cost. You have to increase the efficiency of existing plant. And what is most important, particularly most of you from seafood industry or work with seafood industry, it is the food safety. The cost of the food inside your cold storage or in your freezer is much higher than the cost of the refrigeration or the freezing equipment. So you have to assure that your food quality, food safety is properly maintained. There is no damages to the food quality, food temperature, storage temperature, freezing temperature, or the smells. And then we have to make sure that our refrigeration plant is designed in such a way, operated in such a way that all the regulations applicable are followed. And most important thing is going for a climate friendly refrigerants which has got longer life. And other than ammonia, there is no refrigerant which has been existing since 1880 and still going on, which is the most natural refrigerant, and I'm sure most of you are using it. It gives you highest energy efficiency. No other refrigerant can compare the heat transfer capacity of ammonia. So always consider ammonia, and is a natural refrigerant, not synthetic one, not manufactured by any company with patents, and you have much lower price. So always think of going for the natural refrigerant. So what are the tips or the basics you can think of? Most of you know it, but is to operate at the lowest condensing pressure temperature, automatically control the condensing temperature, particularly if your ambient temperatures are varying. Not much applicable in Cochin area, but in northern area where summer temperatures are 43, 44 degrees and the winter temperatures are 8 or 10 degrees centigrade. Then operate your suction pressure at highest possible pressure, and because you know the power requirement in a compressor is the discharge pressure by the suction pressure. The lesser the ratio we have, we get better power efficiency. Operate your intermediate systems at higher possible pressure. Possible, use liquid overfeed systems with pumps instead of using the flash gases or the discharge gas, because the discharge gas evaporates the liquid and increases the load on the compressor. Then try to increase the heat as much as possible, particularly the heat superheat available in the compressor suction side, discharge side. As I said, go for better motors. You can go for IE3 or IE4 motors. Have hot gas defrosting systems rather than going for the electrical defrosting. Have the automation of the plant. Make sure your compressors are automatically operated, controlled. Hot gas defrosting is automatically done, and make sure that your maintenance is proper. You are always maintaining your plant in whether you are having a liquid gravity feed system or the liquid overfeed system. You always go with the proper automation and control. In a typical gravity feed system, make sure that your evaporators are fully flooded. For that, use level controllers, solenoid valves to keep your evaporator flooded. See, look, ammonia, as we all know, heat transfer happens from when the ammonia gas evaporates from liquid to gas. So that is where you get the maximum heat, what we call as the latent heat. So if your evaporator has maximum liquid, you get better capacity. If your evaporator has lesser liquid and more gas, your heat transfer capacity is less. It means your compressor running time is more and you require more energy to get the same results. So make sure that your liquid flooded systems are provided with liquid level controllers. Various options are available. Manik Engineers is the pioneer in the manufacturing of liquid level controller that first was developed in 1978, and we are still manufacturing them. As I told you, we have options for the steel and stainless steel versions. We also have option for the flame-proof units, which are particularly useful in pharmaceutical and chemical industries. Solenoid valves, which are used in liquid line applications. That also we are manufacturing since 1978. We are pioneers in these things. And different types, different versions are available with us, where you can use to replace the different models, international models also. The inline check valves with very minimum pressure drop. What we talk about is 0.005 bar pressure drop, or the high or similarly very low pressure drop of the filters, and different filter meshes are available, sizes from ½ inch to 5 inches. Then we have a multifunction regulators, what we call as the MFR valves, or our old models were ASPM, and the MA4A models, where you can have a evaporator pressure regulator or inlet pressure regulation, differential pressure regulation, outlet pressure regulation, electric shutoff with the pressure regulation applications. You can use it for the back pressure regulation application. You can use it in your pump system. Whatever the applications you need pressure regulation, or you want to have two different rooms operating at two different temperatures with the same compressor suction pressure, you can use this valve. To get these functions from the same valve, we have pilot valves. Just change the pilot valve and the function of the valve will change. It can be a solenoid function, it can be a pressure regulation function. When we have a pump circulation systems, we make all the control systems required for the pump, whether it's your pump LPR or the pump recirculator vessel controls, like the level control, solenoid valves, filters, safety valves, oil drain valves, or whether it's compressor automation or hot gas defrosting systems or multiple temperature systems, automatic purging system, ammonia purification system. We manufacture everything. As I told you, ours is a 100% made in India company. Everything is made in Pune. We do not buy from China, and we do not brand it as a or sell it as a Chinese products, as the Indian products. You can visit our factory anytime. You can see what we are manufacturing. We also make hot gas defrosting stations in our factory as per customer, particularly when they want to do the retrofitting jobs and you want to have a lesser shutdown time. So these stations can be built in factory and pressure tested. You don't need to do anything in just your plant, just cut the existing pipings and add this wall stations. You can see here the wall station design and actually installed in an ice cream plant. We had more than 14 such wall stations, which was a retrofitting job in existing plant, which was done only in 3 days. Because the stations were prefabricated, tested, ready. So you just have to cut the liquid and the wet return line and put these new lines. Similarly, like this one, you see it is a horizontal combination. We can make the vertical combination. This particular unit was developed for the Baskin-Robbins plant. Their project was going on and they wanted to put it into their blast freezer. They do not want to waste time on site. So we made everything in factory and then it is fitted directly into the, you can see even the stand made for it, fitted directly onto the site. For this defrost applications, we have different controls like a 2-step solenoid valve to avoid liquid hammers in your wet return lines, 2-step solenoid valves for hot gas supply connection, so you are not warming up or heating your coil fast. This valve, you just give one supply, solenoid valve will open around say 20%, and then you use second solenoid valve, your valve fully open. So you don't need soft gas, hot gas, different solenoid valves. A single solenoid valve will give you the same function. Initially warm up the coil and then defrost the coil. Now in wet return line valves or the suction stop valve valves, we have technology what we call, like these valves, MTSP valves, they are normally closed valves. So we have to give electrical supply to open these valves. Whereas this MS9 or the MCK2 valves, they all are normally open valves. So we give electrical supply and the valve closes. So these both options as per your design requirements or your system requirements or safety requirements are available with us. Along with that, we have the liquid flow regulation valves which has got inbuilt non-return valve where you can very precisely control flow going into the evaporator and you don't need to add the non-return valve. It's automatic flow regulating valve. So flow going inside the evaporator is automatically controls once it is set, irrespective of your inlet flow or the inlet pressure. Like you have multiple evaporators, suppose the temperature is achieved in 2 rooms. So those 2 rooms solenoid valves get closed and your pump pressure remains the same. So this flow regulating valve automatically adjusts itself and make sure that whatever the flow required for evaporator is only given that. In normal hand regulating valves, your spindle position is fixed. So when we use that valve, if your inlet pressure increases, the flow pressure outside the valve increases, whereas in this case the outlet pressure remains constant. Then we have defrost relief valves, automatic liquid drainers to avoid gas when you are after defrosting, taking gas back to the system instead of getting hot gas. You can only pass the liquid through this float system. So these all systems are available. This is some of the videos I am trying to show you how our hot gas defrosting system works. A defrost controller and the valve has been, now the plant has been put into defrost mode. So once the defrost cycle starts, you can see all the frost on the evaporator coil gets slowly removed in around 10 to 15 minute cycle. So instead of using electrical energy, which is one of the most costliest energy, and the time required is very high, you better go for hot gas. Hot gas is available free of cost in your plant. So what you need is only one-time automation. You don't have any additional load on your systems or you don't need extra power to run the hot gas. It's freely available, and then defrosting times are between 10 to 15 minutes, maximum 20 minutes, depending on the size of the evaporator. You can see here how these ice starts melting, the frost starts melting from the evaporator, and then your coils get completely clean. Second advantage of hot gas defrosting is that since you are putting hot gas inside, not from the outside, the coil warm up is not very high. You are not heating coil more than it is required. And if there is any oil or other traces are there because of the hot gas coming in, it cleans the coil also. So your coil is maintained clean. You can see here how the coil is completely now defrosted. This happens in around 15 minutes. Now what I said, when we have retrofitting means putting the controls automation into our existing plants. Now that one which I showed you was a pump circulation system. Now even if you have old gravity systems, we can retrofit hot gas system into that gravity system also, and we can defrost the coils. This is a typical example which was around 30 years old butter cold storage in Delhi, and then they were using water for it. They used to spend 1.5 hours or 2 hours of water sprinkling to defrost these coils, from where we have added hot gas defrosting system into existing plant without changing the coils, without changing the evaporators of the refrigerant plant, and the defrosting time came down to around 12 minutes, and there is no need of water. So there is no water wastage, very fast defrosting. So the product quality, as I was telling you, when you talk about sustainability, having a better product quality is very, very important. So if your defrosting time is less, you control the room temperature during defrosting, does not allow it to increase by a couple of degrees, then your product temperature does not get damaged, and your overall the sustainability of your plant increases, energy efficiency increases, because you are not wasting energy on your electrical power, you are not wasting your energy onto the your external energy is not required. You can see here the coils have started, the frost started melting, and the coils are getting clean. So it is very simple system. Just retrofit to existing one, and you can make sure that your refrigerant plant is more sustainable and more energy efficient. We have capability of developing requirements or modifying our controls for your existing requirements. There was an issue with one of the IQF provided for a chicken processing plant, where those LVS system provided, that all the controls automation failed, and the amount of time required for freezing was more. The product quality, the product temperature was not achieved. So their existing controls were not working, and the replacement cost was very high, because those were the imported ones, and availability is also very less. Time required, delivery times are very high. So what we did with here, so it is that existing accumulator. We have just added a standpipe and the Manik level controllers, solenoid valves, and we made sure that the system is automated, fully automatic, same function, getting you better results. The temperature achieved is faster, the product core temperature achieved is better, and overall the power requirement for the refrigerant plant reduced. It's a customer certificate. So this is our specialty, to retrofit, to resolve your issues in your plant. And as we talk about one of the premium energy saving products are the automatic air purger systems. We have a single point or multi-point purgers. Options are available in steel and stainless steel. Now we have this water bubbler application. So instead of having the ammonia leak or the vent putting into some drum or everything, you can just have a small water bubbler and water supply connected to it. As the advantages of Manik air purgers are, we are the pioneers in automatic air purger manufacturing in India. We are manufacturing in 2006. We have more than 1,000 installations in India and abroad also. Our air purgers are installed in Philippines, in Australia, in Dubai, in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in South Africa, Saudi Arabia. These various countries we have supplied our automatic air purger systems. All our air purgers have CPD and EAC certification, which is a European certification. Any type of industry, whether it's ice plant, block ice plant, potato cold storage, breweries, beverages, seafood, meat, vegetable, any application of refrigeration, our purgers we have installed, and they have been working there for a long time. And another advantage is that our purger does not require to be installed above condenser or near to the condenser. You can install it in plant room or next to your receiver also. The complete purging unit, which is shown here in photograph, is factory assembled. You get this completely assembled unit. So what you need to do is only piping connection and give electrical supply to the purger. You don't need to do anything, any other modifications in your system. You don't need to have the cable laying and everything. Only 230 volts power supply. So it can be very easily retrofitted into existing plants. So what has the more advantages? Is the purger removes only air. It does not remove the ammonia. It reduces the scaling on the condenser. And our purger does not use any harmful refrigerants or does not use any flammable refrigerants. It does not require any moving or rotating parts like compressor fans and does not consume any additional energy. So no external refrigeration system is required. We take the connections from our existing refrigeration system and put it back there. So no extra power required. And since these components are standard components are used, so they are the same solenoid valves or the control valves which are used in your plant. So you can very easily maintain and service it. Power consumption is only 55 watts, not kilowatts. 55 watts is the power consumption of our purger, which is the lowest in this industry. We also provide the skid mounted with the wheels unit. This is particularly very popular into pharma or chemical units where they connect, connect one purger for one chiller for say 15 days, 20 days and connect it to another chiller. Water bubbler, as I told you, we have. Then ammonia dehydrator, or what we call as the ammonia purification system. It removes the water, dirt, oil from ammonia plant, because as we know, as we are particularly, you are based in Kochi, which is a seashore industry, very high humid area. So if the air ingress is there, it will always have the water coming into it. And secondly, the ammonia which we buy, we top up. We never know it is a pure ammonia. Theoretically, we should have a 99.95% pure ammonia, but we don't know what we get. So when ammonia comes in out, we put the ammonia in the plant, water also goes into it. And then many times people manufacturing the pressure vessels or testing them, they do the hydro testing and the water remains inside. And this ammonia and water, they are very good or very friendly people. Immediately ammonia and water mixes and it becomes instead of anhydrated ammonia, it becomes hydrated ammonia. And then it affects our suction temperature. Suction pressure we have to low and low to get the same effect of the temperature. So we need more refrigerant power. It damages our oil. It damages our rust, starts dusting the compressor parts and equipments. And then it increases maintenance cost, reduces compressor life and requires more power. So this ammonia dehydrator fits into your existing plant. It can be retrofitted and also it can improve your plant efficiency. You can see here in the water bubbler is there. So how the air is being put into the water. So you don't have to worry about ammonia coming out or the leakage of ammonia to the atmosphere. This is add-on, this is addition to our existing air purger what we have done. And this retrofitting, this water bubbler gives you more safe environment and lesser probability of leakage. And it can be installed, as I told you, in any type of industry. This one video is particularly from a block ice plant in Pune city. It's located in the center of the Pune using ammonia as a refrigerant. Then ammonia dehydrator, as I told you, it saves energy. It improves the plant performance. You can see here how the water is being drained from the refrigerant plant. Many times we don't know we have a water in our system. But you can see how much water is coming out from our. This is a seafood plant. It was operating at minus 48 degrees centigrade initially because of the ammonia. Once they installed this ammonia dehydrator and couple of months of running, they removed the water and oil from the ammonia and the plant started at minus 42 operating. Same plant started at operating at minus 42. So you can just calculate how much energy saving they have got, how much the efficiency increase. What was also it reduced the oil consumption because oil damage was reduced, compressor spare part consumption was reduced, And we got many success stories of this water coming from refrigeration plants. Many people who claim that there is no water in ammonia plant, we found out that we can very easily, once they test it. Recently, I was in Prayagraj, I was talking to one of the cold storage owner. When they installed the ammonia dehydrator, the son who took the initiative of modifying the existing plant asked his father how much water would be there. They have got around 20,000 metric ton cold storage for negative temperature as well as the positive temperature. Father told him, no, I am an engineer, I am running these plants for 35 years. I don't have more than 20 liters water. So, but actually when they installed the ammonia dehydrator, in the first 2 months they removed 450 liters of water from the same plant. This is a typical installation diagram how you can install air purger in liquid overfeed system, or you can install it in existing gravity feed system also. This is one actual case study from an ice cream plant in Orissa, where they were operating at 16 kg, and after air pressure dropped down to 12 kg, and at that time the power cost was 7 rupees 50 paisa per kilowatt. So just because of the air pressure, for 6,000 hours running, because in winter ice cream is not much sold, they save around more than 8 lakh rupees. And this does not include the savings on the condenser side, descaling of the condensers or compressor wear and tear, compressor spare parts, compressor oil change. So you can achieve a lot through these purges, improve sustainability, and of course improve the energy efficiency of your plant. One of the potato cold storage person who told me that, sir, you are not giving the most important aspect of your air purger. The most important aspect is, like he was telling me that my father built my cold station around 35 years back. So that time it was out of Lucknow city. But now city is around my cold storage. And when I used to do the manual purging process, all we know that you shut down the plant, you run the water on the condenser. They have very big atmospheric condenser. And then once you pull down the gas inside the condenser, and then you open the vent wall. So when that vent wall was manually opened, there was always possibility of ammonia coming out from that condenser. And people used to complain, nearby people, that ammonia is coming, we are having effects on our body. But once the air purger is there is no ammonia coming out during the purging. So that is the biggest advantage of automatic purging. You don't have any ammonia coming out of your existing plant. Along with the energy saving, this is the one bigger advantage. No pollution to the atmosphere, no complaint from the neighbors. What are the case studies I have shown here for a freezing plant or the potato cold storage? These are the actual case studies taken from different plants in India. Ammonia dehydrator, you can fit it into gravity system or into your liquid overfeed system. It can be very easily retrofitted in the plant and helps you to save energy. Typically water, this is and what I'm showing here is only for the saving achieved through increasing the suction temperature. The savings happening because of the improvement in the longer life of the oil, no rustings, no maintenance, cleaning of the filters, compressor spare part consumption reduction. Those are not included because that varies from plant to plant, whether you have a piston compressor or screw compressor, your cost changes. When you put a typical case study of potato cold storage on your pH chart, you can very easily calculate how much energy you can save. Ideally, you should be having a 38 or 39, 40 psi and 186, 187 psi temperature in your potato cold storage. But you have, instead of 180, 189, 192, you have a 210 psi. How much power you waste? And instead of operating at 30, 40 psi, if you are operating at 28, 30 psi, how much power you waste? So you combine the two. If you have both, you are talking about huge power loss. And when we go for lower temperature applications, when talking about cold storage at minus 25 degrees centigrade, or we are talking about freezing plants at minus 40, this power cost goes enormously high because you need more power to get the same temperature, because to get the temperatures at the lower temperature, because you have the work done by your compressor, that is discharge pressure where suction pressure is high, so you need more power. Now the question comes, can I check how much water is there in my plant? Yes, we have a solution for it. We call it as ammonia sampler. You connect this ammonia sampler to your low pressure side, take the ammonia sample into the this test tube, close these valves, and then you can find out how much is the water in ammonia. This is an actual case study done by our Mohit, Mr. Mohit, in one of the very big cold storage near Chennai. It was around 20,000 metric ton cold storage at minus 25 room temperature, and they were, to get the minus 25 room temperature, they were running the plant at around minus 35 degree suction temperature. So once they tested and found that there is a water in ammonia, and they installed the ammonia dehydrator, the operating temperature dropped down to minus 31 degrees centigrade. So from minus 35, 36 to minus 31 degrees centigrade, that's a huge power saving in terms of compressor, the lesser oil consumption, better oil quality, better lubrication of the compressor, lesser compressor spare part consumptions, and effectively they stopped running two compressors because their suction pressure increased. As I told you, to improve energy efficiency, reduce the discharge pressure and increase the suction pressure. This was the practical case. They stopped running two compressors. You can see here the water content here.
There is about 3.5 ml to 4 ml of water in the system on a sample of 60 ml, so that we can conclude it's about 7 to 8% of the concentration is water. So multiplied by the ammonia charge, we get total amount of water in the system, reducing the efficiency, increasing the wear and tear.
So it is always said that ammonia can be used in the bigger systems and they cannot be used to the smaller systems. Thanks to the new development in the compressors, now we can have a very small capacity refrigeration plants with very less quantity, or what we call as a low charge ammonia. For that we have a solution, what we call as the electronic expansion valve and the electronic control unit. You can install this controller into liquid field line of your chiller or the evaporator and put back the controller and the sensors and simply a small compressor. This is a very, you can see here, this is a liquid line with electronic expansion valve, solenoid valve and isolation valves, and the bypass valve they put it just for in case of emergency. And this is their weight return line, only a stop valve and the temperature and the pressure sensors. And this is the electronic controller. This was a 5 TR refrigeration capacity cold storage operating at around -5, -6 room temperature and -8 evaporating temperature. Single stage compressor is used, and this is, since it is required in the seafood plant, but they required in the remote place from the plant, so they cannot connect into existing system. So they have used this electronic expansion valve and the DX system. And the biggest advantage here is that with the automation, you can, once you achieve the room temperature, you can stop the compressor running. Small air-cooled condenser was used, and you can very easily see how the system, complete DX system, no accumulators, no bigger components are required, and existing system can be very easily, small cold rooms can be built with ammonia, with very low charge ammonia systems. Other than that, if you want to go for more automation into your LPR systems, we have the mechanical float and expansion valve, which combined can give you continuous control system. We have for the high pressure side as well as the low pressure side. For dairy applications, we have ice thickness controllers, which can sense the thickness on the coil in the IBT, so it can be limited, and you don't need to have excess ice formation in IBT or blocking of the IBTs and then reducing your energies. In electronics automation, we have the controllers which can monitor your room temperatures, if required any other parameters in it, and then through Modbus it can communicate to your central system. You can connect it to PLC, or you don't want to have a PLC, you can use our data concentrator and connect it to the modem to get it data on your mobile. We have the mobile app for it, or your computer, and you can see this. This is a very cold storage system. Now I'm going to show only for 4 rooms in this particular plant. We have installed more than 24 temperature controllers with one data concentrator connecting it to the PC and getting all the data from the rooms. This is actual installation. They have got more than 20 such controllers, and this small device is a data concentrator. It is taking data from all your temperature controllers. Temperature controllers are operating your room solenoid walls, so depending on temperature switching on and off, and this data concentrator showing you the actual temperature in various rooms and also communicating with PC. So you can get all data on with our software on your PC. You can convert it into Excel, or you can convert it into the formats you need. You can take a printout with your company letterhead, so you can give it to customer if you want. This was another similar kind of modification was done. This controller is more sophisticated one. This has got the temperature, humidity, ethylene and CO2 monitoring. All these 4 parameters are being monitored by this controller for each chamber. This is the Apple cold storage, and then the data is put it into centralized monitoring system. We can do the PLC automation with the SCADA as per your requirement and make your plant automatic. But yes, that's one option. You can go for PLC, but we also have option of not going for PLC, not spending huge money and doing the individual component automation. We can have a compressor control system, dedicated compressor control system. Depending on your suction pressure, it will operate on. Make your compressor unload or trip the compressor, which is you can easily see 2 or 3 months of payback time. As I told you, we have been doing a lot of retrofitting jobs. This is a typical complaint from the Thailand seafood processing company. Is the president of the Seafood Association, and they had imported controllers. The replacement cost of the controller was very, very high. It was almost close to buying a piston compressor. So what we have done is that we have used our standard controls to generate the automation from the existing plant. You can very easily see when the compressor is unloaded here, you can see the drop in the current. So this recording shows you how the energy can be saved. Automatically I can load or unload the pistons, I can save a lot of energy, and the same functions what were provided here. You can see now the current has dropped down further. The data recording now current has gone up when the piston is loaded. This can be very easily, and all the compressor parameters were easily monitorable, like the suction temperature, oil temperature, discharge temperature, suction pressure, oil pressure, discharge pressure. Everything was monitored using the controller, and the compressor treating system was provided with the announce sheeter. This was a direct drop-in replacement for UNICEF controllers of Savro. We have installed more than such 8 controls in the same plant. So typically when you go for a compressor automation, you save a lot. And a smaller control system, just monitoring a suction pressure and automation, with 2 or 3 months payback period, your annual savings is very, very high. These are some of the examples for single stage and 2-stage systems. Recently, we have developed a low-cost temperature digital monitor. You can see here, it's a simple low-cost system, 4-inch dial. But remember, the accuracy is plus minus 2 degrees centigrade. And the cable length of the sensor is 5 meters. You cannot extend the cable length. Other than that, we have a highly accurate temperature, humidity indicators, temperature indicators, and different display sizes, right from 1/2 inch to 4 inch as you need. Data loss scanners, monitors, temperature sensors, temperature humidity sensors, pressure sensors. Everything is made in India by us, is available with us. We have data loggers which can be connected to PC, or it can be connected to modem, and then you can monitor data on your a mobile phone or in your lab on our server. It is stored for 1 year, so you can download anytime. And mobile apps are available, so you can download these mobile apps, give it to your customer if you want, and you can always get alarms if there is any variations in the temperature. Then we make specialized energy saving equipments like the superheaters, the adiabatic cooling systems for air cooled condensers or heat pipe heat exchangers. Our desuperators are special one. It has got the tube in tube construction, so there is no gasket, there is no shell, just the tube in tube stainless steel heat exchanger. So innermost tube contains the water, the second tube is the protection one, and between second and the third tube is your ammonia gas. So you can very easily generate around 55 to 60 degree of hot water from 30 degree in water temperature from your reciprocating piston compressor. This water is free. It is just conversion of your existing superheat in your which is going to your condenser. So it reduces load on your condenser. Condenser gas temperature drop down to 55 to 60 degrees centigrade. Free hot water is available, and condenser performance, condenser scaling goes down, and there's no maintenance of this unit as there are no gaskets, no shells, and the complete stainless steel one. You make heat pipe heat exchangers for different applications, right from 0 degree to 600 degrees centigrade. These heat pipes are filled with a refrigerant, there is no moving parts, and it can be used to save energy depending on your air exchange or air to water or air, fuel glasses to your boiler or recovery also. Then we make adiabatic cooling systems which can be retrofitted on your air cooled condensers. In this system we have a mist of water sprinkled on a mesh, so the hot air which is coming inside onto the condenser from 45 degree, it comes down to 30-35 degree, and you can see that condenser operates at lower temperature, so gets more efficiency from the same refrigeration plant, and at the same time your power consumption reduces. Other than that, as our other activity is making various unloaded solenoid valves for various brands of compressors which are made across the world, and as is what we call as a replacement part business. So along with that, now we have our own website where all information, data, catalogs are available. You can always log into our website, get more information, new technology, product catalogs, everything is available. Other than that, we have ammonia YouTube. We have a YouTube channel where we have all the videos, records of the product working in the site conditions. The training sessions conducted by us are available for you. You can monitor it anytime, or you can also subscribe it. It's called Ammonia Revolution Anand Joshi YouTube channel. You can always have a look at it, download the videos. You are free to use them. Then this comes to the end of the presentation. We have this QR codes where you can download our customer testimonials, our design registrations, or our technical catalog in detail. We'll be sharing our product overview catalog with you, and you will find these QR codes also there, and you can anytime download the latest upgraded things. Along with this, I thank you all for joining this today, and I appreciate listening to me for more than 1 hour. It's almost 1 hour and 10 minutes now. So thank you very much for all of you to coming here, and I invite Mr. Bose to present vote of thanks so we can conclude this. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Our Kochi, Kerala distributor, Indotec Engineers, Mr. Amit. Where is Amit? Amit is our Indotec Kochi, is authorized distributor. Today's program is more successful because of Amit. Thanks for Amit, and all you thanks coming in time. Heavily rain is outside. Okay, you make a time and listen our presentation. We may start cocktail and dinner. Please enjoy it. Any questions you ask Anand Joshi sir? If you have any questions, please. Thank you all. Okay. Any questions? Okay, sir. Thank you very much. We start the cocktail and dinner. Please carry on. ऐसे नहीं
सर ये भी अवेलेबल है